and gentlemen, we ask at this time that you please turn your attention to center court where we will begin Women's Basketball Senior Day. Before we begin, we would like to take the time to honor our visiting seniors from Alabama A&M. Number 0, Rakaya Beal. Number 5, Jada Belton. Number 15, Mariah Beck. And number 22, Shalani Sanders. Congratulations on your career. We wish you all the best in your future. Every year, Bethune-Cookman University is proud to have student athletes who represent the school well through their hard work both on the court and in the classroom. This afternoon, we would like to call attention to those members of the women's basketball team who are representing the Wildcats for the final time this season. Bethune-Cookman is privileged to have 7 seniors who will finish Wildcats' career this season. Each has contributed to the history and tradition of the Wildcats during their time at BCU. We would like to honor their hard work and dedication at this time. Our first senior, Antonia Davis. Antonia has been a critical part of the Bethune-Cookman women's basketball serving as team manager during her time as a student. From practice to travel to game day, Antonia has worked closely with the BCU's coaching staff throughout her time on campus. We thank you for your dedication and commitment to your teammates, your coaches, and BCU women's basketball. Antonia is joined today by her second mom, Ronnie Williams, her sister Imani, and her best friends, Timian, Caitlin, and Jordan. He is majoring in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, Antonia Davis. Number 12, Danelle McDonald. A forward, our baseball forward, Danelle McDonald, who the Wildcats in 2023, appearing in 63 games. In her career, Danelle has scored 488 points, 273 rebounds, and 47 assists, along with 49 steals and 26 blocks. In 2023, Chanel scored 20-plus games 4 times, including a career-high 24 points on November 5th against Iona. Chanel is joined today by her mother, Charmaine, her father, Charles, her stepmother, Danielle, and sisters, Elle, Victoria, and Raven. He is majoring in counseling. Ladies and gentlemen, number 12, Chanel McDonald. Number 11, Alexandria Allie Johnson. A guard from Little Rock, Arkansas, Alexandria played the Wildcats this season after spending last year with Tuskegee. She has made 10 appearances on the season, including 4 starts. Alexandria has compiled 59 points, 20 rebounds, and 15 assists. Her biggest game as a Wildcat came on November 15th versus FIU, where she scored a season-high 23 points. Alexandria is joined today by her teammates Sinai Tyler and Maya Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, number 11, Alexandria Allie Johnson. Number 21, Jamari Mari Phillips. A guard out of Montana, Florida, Jamari Phillips joined the Wildcats in 2024 after the season at Texas Southern, appearing in 41 games in a row and gold. In her BCU career, Jamari has collected 149 points, 60 rebounds, 22 assists. She had a standout performance in 2024 against Virginia, where she scored 14 points. Jamari is joined today by her uncle Derek. He's majoring in health and exercise science. Ladies and gentlemen, number 21, Jamari Mari Phillips. Number 15, Tyler Butler. A forward from Bellevue, Illinois, Tyler Butler is right on the road and gold this season after Scotts at Coastal Georgia, Missouri Baptist, and SIUE. This season, Tyler has collected 70 points, 139 rebounds, and a team-high 226 blocks. He has been a consistent force on the glass this season, including picking up a season-high 16 rebounds against Jackson State on February 12th. Tyler is joined today by her father, Terrence, her mother, Danielle, and her brother, Nicholas. He is majoring in business administration. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Tyler Butler. Number 30, Caleb K.B. Peters. A guard from Houston, Texas, David Peters joined the Wildcats this season after spending a year at Nicholls State Hail Wildcats! Hail Wildcats! Now, ladies, we ask that you please rise if you're able as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, live from Moore Gymnasium on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University in beautiful downtown Daytona Beach, Florida. It's time for the final home conference day of BCU basketball here in 2026. It's the top of the SWAC, the Alabama A&M Bulldogs, riding a program record 13-game winning streak, coming in to take on the Wildcats here tonight as the Wildcats honor their 7 seniors. Michael Turillo here on the broadcast, joined by Sabrina Petit-Home. Sabrina, it's going to be a tough one for the Wildcats today, but they only lost by 4 when they played Alabama A&M in Huntsville last month, and A&M needed a late three-pointer to seal that one. So, in Moore Gymnasium, anything can happen.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the keys to the game as well, too. For BCU, I would really love for the Wildcats to pace themselves. Alabama A&M will definitely be trying to outrun us, and it's really important that we go back to unreliable. That means our 2-2-1 press and our 3-2 trap. We've seen it multiple times before that it has helped us over and over again in times where we needed to pick up the pace and get some points on those boards. Switching to Alabama A&M itself, they are #1 in the SWAC right now. We know that. They are, in all of their stats, over a top 6. So I think the best thing for them is to switch up the offense. I think more than ever, it's really important that they start to experiment with their offense and defense going into conference plays so that there's no hiccup and they can solidify their seat going into the round.
Quickly, let's run through the starting lineups. First for Alabama A&M, Rakaya Beals, a 5'11 senior guard from Detroit, Michigan, a transfer from North Dakota. Vanessa Wimberly is a freshman guard from St. John, Illinois. She leads the team in steals. Jada Belton is the woman in the middle, the 6'4" center from Baltimore, Maryland, a transfer last year from Texas Southern, leads this team in rebounds and blocks. Kariah Beck hit the game-winning three-pointer when the Wildcats played the Bulldogs earlier this season. She's a graduate student guard, 5'11", and the leader in three-point percentage on this team at 35%. And finally, Kalia Walker is the transfer from Arkansas Pine Bluff, a graduate student guard, 5'5", the team leader in points, free throw percentage, and assists. And for the Wildcats, Damani Dorsey, senior guard from Baltimore, Maryland, starting her final game here at Moore Gym. Tyler Butler, a graduate student forward, 6'1" from Bellevue, Illinois, also a senior today. Madison Holden is a junior. She's from Reseda, California, 5'6", transfer from Central Arizona. And Sarai Tyler, 6'tall junior forward from Chicago, Illinois. Kaylin Peters, the final starter for the Wildcats, as she gets that early block.
I didn't even see the tip go off. Oh,
Kaylin Peters is a 5'11" senior guard from Houston, Texas, transferred from Nichols State. The two seniors in the starting lineup, Dorsey and Peters. Wildcats in the all-white, gold stripe down the side, gold numbers with a maroon trim. A&M goes to the pick and roll. They're wearing the all-black, and Jada Belton can't squeeze that one up and in. It goes off the glass and out of bounds.
We talked about this earlier, Mike, that we said that Alabama A&M definitely has more height over than us. We know that they're going to run the ball through the post itself. So I think it's very imperative that we run that 2-3 efficiently. Tyler needs to have her hands up along with Sanai. They need to be the dynamic duo today.
Dorsey, skip pass to Holden. Down low, Tyler Butler. Around the horn it goes. KP Peters in traffic at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Dorsey 6 to shoot. Butler on the baseline. In and out. Rebound to Butler. Wildcats get a second look. Madison Holden launches a three. Banks it in!
I love how the start of this game is going right into the 2-2 trap, 2-2-1 trap that we talked about earlier in the keys to the game. It's really important that we have that as early as possible so we can maximize.
Alabama A&M is top 6 in the SWAC in every counting stat we have except turnovers per game. They turn the ball over 19.9 times per game. That's 8th in the conference.
Nice.
Here's Rakaya Beal, mid-range, push shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Belton, she falls down. The ball comes to Sanai Tyler, and here comes Damani Dorsey out of the pile with it.
Great defense by the Wildcat. This is the most comments I've seen them start off the game with. And honestly, it just shows how poised that they are.
Dorsey picks up the dribble, got to go somewhere with the ball. She finds Holden, 8 to shoot. Holden driving, kicking. Dorsey catch and shoot, short. Pushing the ball up the floor, here's Walker against Peters. Lost the ball.
That's another one for her.
And then Peters got hip checked and lost the ball out of bounds into the scorer's table. It's gonna be a really entertaining doubleheader of basketball here today, our final day at Moore Gymnasium this season.
I'm heartbroken.
Of course, the Wildcat men will take on Alabama A&M. Matchup of the top 2 records in the conference in the second game. That pass to the post goes off the rim, and the Wildcats will take it.
I know.
It's going to be about how the Wildcats execute on the offensive end.
But if they can penetrate the defense that Alabama is giving them.
Nice hands by Vanessa Wimberly. She's the team leader in steals. She goes in, got her shot blocked by Holden. Kalia Walker kicks it out. Beal for a 3, no good. Rebound, Sanai Tyler. Kaylin Peters wants to attack. She goes all the way and got her shot rejected by Beal, but it comes straight back to Butler.
Take your time, run the play. You have 18 seconds left on the clock.
Neither team want to score here early on. The only bucket is the Madison Holden bank shot 3. Holden driving in again, creates the contact. No whistle either way, just 2 seconds. Oh, no, it's Alabama A&M ball. Nope, it'll stay with the Wildcats as
Nia Palmer is in.
Nia Palmer comes in, the 6'1 guard from LaGrange, Georgia. We talked about the height of Alabama A&M. Bounce pass to the middle, and there'll be 1 second on the shot clock here.
Now we have Jordan
Brooks.
Okay,
I would
just making sure, yeah.
I thought she would be the person who's going to catch and shoot, but no, she'll trigger the inbound. Got to get something. And now she'll go out to the top. Got to get something quick here. 1 second. Tyler, the tip.
There she goes.
A little touch pass to Sanai Tyler for the tip in.
Back into that 2-2-1 press that they're looking for. I'm really hoping that Sanai Tyler is on her P's and Q's with the fouls today, because she's definitely going to be our person down for this game as well.
Nice box out by Tyler Butler on that rebound. Jordan Brooks, the sophomore, Plays across to Kaylin Peters. She's double teamed on the wing. Goes around the screen from Tyler. Almost lost the handle. Let's stay with the Cats, 14 to shoot. So you often talk about on-ball defenders called monsters.
Yes.
You like to use that term. And Vanessa Wimberly is in the Wildcats' grill early on defensively.
And I think that's going to be a pretty good matchup with Jordan Brooks as well, because she's our monster. You know, she's the one that's going to be in your face, in your grill, and going to be the one to attack the paint as well and draw those fouls.
Inbounds to Jordan Brooks. 10 on the shot clock. 5-0 Cats here early on. Butler against Belton. 5 to shoot. Dorsey around the screen. Brooks with 2. Puts it up. And a foul called as she got run over by Belton late.
Like I said, she's going to be the one to draw those fouls. If this team, the Wildcats more specifically, plays with the poise mind that they have right now, this is going to be a good game.
Yep. And something to note that graduate transfer Moses Davenport, the 6'5" center, is not playing today. Missed the game on Thursday against Florida A&M as well. She was their best shooter from the floor at 58%, also averaging 10.5 points and 6.1 rebounds. So she's a big miss for Alabama A&M today. So a lot of pressure on Jada Belton to hold down that center position.
We're currently number 1 in the SWAC with 70.7% on our free throws. We should also be relying on those this game as well, too.
Janessa Kelly comes in. Kelly, what a game for her on Thursday. A season-high 14 points. But, of course, she will only be remembered for missing the free throw that would have tied the game and sent it to overtime with 2 seconds left. She got fouled on a three-pointer with the Wildcats down 4 right at the end. Wildcats trap aggressively and get the foul and the turnover.
Janessa Kelly has been doing such a great job. She's going to be remembered for a lot more as well, too, during this game. She's going to find that.
But she is, look for a bounce back, right?
Yeah.
You have that one free throw that gets away from you, and that cost your team the game because they had all the momentum late in that game against Alabama State. If they go to overtime, I don't doubt that the Wildcats win that game.
Yeah. There she goes.
Pass across, Dorsey for 3. Not Trix, and that's Kelly for 3. Rebound by Butler on the baseline. Gets it to Sinai Tyler in the corner. Tyler out top to Dorsey.
I want them to attack. I don't want them to see height. I want them to go in.
Dorsey, mid-ranger short. Rebound by Palmer. Wimberly across to Walker. 6-0 Bethune-Cookman. Almost 5 minutes without a point here early on for Alabama A&M.
Coach is keeping the team fresh as well.
Baseline runner, no good. Foul called. Kariah Beck will go to the free throw line where she shoots it at 65.9%. And really where Alabama A&M has the height and length advantage is at the guard position. I mean, you got Rakea Beal, who's 5'11", and will run the point. Anaya Palmer is a 6'1" guard. Kariah Beck, 5'11", will play guard. Maya Johnson will see her first action of the day. Jada Belton will go out for the first time, replaced by Beal.
This is the game where Maya Johnson needs to really pull out that aggressiveness that she's had in those past couple games.
First free throw good for Kariah Beck, the former Tennessee State champion. Originally from Memphis, started her college career with the Memphis Tigers before joining Coach John Thornton at Arkansas Pine Bluff and then following her to Alabama A&M.
All right, they're playing with their post player at the top guarding the point guard, which is honestly great because it's a mixed match.
That's Anaya Palmer, that's that 6'1" guard.
Yeah.
Dorsey pulls up mid-range, rims out, long rebound. Dorsey grabs it herself. Brooks in the corner. Lost the handle. The ball rolls into the backcourt and is taken by Palmer. She drives in, gets the layup.
What footwork does she have? My goodness. Nice little stutter step that I saw.
This Bulldogs team is a juggernaut right now. And we were talking before the game how we would like to see a matchup between them and Howard, the two best teams in HBCU basketball right now.
MEAC. We need to have a MEAC and SWAC basketball. We have one for football. Let's get one for basketball. Nice pass out to Jordan Brooks.
Open for the 3. No.
Oh, my.
And a whistle and a foul called. That'll go the other way. Give the ball back to Alabama A&M. I think that Jordan Brooks was, or Tyler Butler was a little bit too selfless right there. She had the open layup, chose to kick it out for three.
Yeah, you know what I would love to see on that line as well, too, if there was a kick out, Janessa Kelly, because with all that space, it definitely would have been a three-pointer as well.
First media timeout. We'll be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman women's basketball on the CatEye Radio Network and SWAC TV. Welcome back to more gymnasium. Wildcats and Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Bethune-Cookman scored 6 straight points before Alabama A&M responded with 4 of their own before the opening media time out. Michael Trevino and Sabrina Petit home talking you through all the action here from Moore Gym, the final time in 2026. Walker open in the middle is Beal. She tries to throw it down low. It's saved, but only into the hands of Janessa Kelly.
That was a great pass from Beal.
Jordan Brooks calls for a horn set. She'll go left, bounce pass to the top for Maya Johnson. Down low, Butler has position. Can't convert the layup though.
Heard a little contact, hopefully that was.
Walker steps into a long 2 in transition. Long rebound, flies out to Wimberly. Walker open once again for 3, in and out.
I think right now that Alabama A&M is just playing to win. You know what I mean? Right now, I would love to see them run some plays. Like I said earlier for the keys to game, let's experiment a little bit. We know that you guys are sitting comfortably at that #1 spot. Test yourself.
Right now, this is the kind of game that the Wildcats want to play. Defensive, low scoring.
Yeah.
Maya Johnson down low, bullies her way to the cup, can't finish. Micaiah Beal does just enough to deny Johnson. Whistle and a stoppage of play as we have our first shot clock issue of the day.
Oh.
We dealt with this a lot on Thursday.
How many are we going to do today? I'm going to take tally today.
Well, I wonder if they're going to have the public address announcer say how much time is left in the last 5 seconds again.
Right.
Wimberly goes out for the first time tonight. She's replaced by Samaya McIntosh, the 5'10 guard from St. Petersburg, the freshman, over by Tampa.
Here's the play that I'm looking for, wide open in the post. There we
go,
go,
the block by Tyler Butler from the backside as she rejects McIntosh.
Looks like she has eyes behind her head. She's going to see it every time. But we also want to make sure that the Wildcats are careful because that play that was ran exposed the entire baseline.
Already 3 blocks in the first quarter for the Wildcats. Walker takes the inbounds pass. She's guarded by Kelly. Walker blows by her, and Johnson as well, and draws the foul.
Yes, you got to keep those foot planted when you have your hands up. It doesn't matter if you have your hands up. If that foot is not planted, when there's contact, it's going to be a foul.
So Kalia Walker will go to the free throw line, shoots the penalty shot at 88.2%. That is second in free throw percentage. She's only behind Damani Dorsey at 89.7%. Walker, one of the 3 or 4 remaining players that came with Coach Thornton from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Only 2 of them are playing today, that would be Beck and Walker. Moses Davenport is another one. She's ruled out with an injury, and then Christiana Whitehead has been out for most of the season, has only played 7 games. Tie game at 6. 6 straight points for the Bulldogs. That one goes off the head of McIntosh and out of bounds. But when Coach Dawn Thornton got the job at Alabama A&M, her goal was to build a juggernaut. And that is a pass to nobody in particular.
Oh, but she got it, and she's going right down. Another pass.
Oh, the beautiful drop-off pass to Beal, and she's fouled.
Sneaky hands Alabama A&M has, because I thought that ball was out of bounds.
And a chance to score 7 or 8 straight and take the lead here as Rakaya Beal goes to the line. Only shoots the free throw at 53%. Former 4-star prospect out of Detroit Edison High School, Rakaya Beal, a 2-time state champion. Spent 3 seasons at North Dakota for the Fighting Hawks. Averaged 2.5 points, 2 rebounds. Now is closing out her college career at Alabama A&M. Hits both free throws. Alexandria Johnson gonna come in for her first appearance on her senior day.
This is what I was waiting for. Because now we're about to see the Wildcats start penetrating the post a little bit more against their defense.
They've struggled to break down this 3-2 zone that the Bulldogs moved into after the Wildcats scored the first 6 points of the game.
But is it really a struggle if you're trying to make yourself open as well, too?
Pass almost picked off. Johnson top of the key. Into the corner.
There we go.
Dorsey.
There we go.
A moving mid-range jump shot is good.
Now the defense that Alabama A&M is running is a 3-man trap on each side. Wherever the ball goes, that's where the 3-man trap is at. 3-man triangle trap, actually.
Open for 3 is Walker. That's a deep one, and it's off the front of the rim. But the rebound to Palmer. Offensive rebound's going to be huge for Alabama A&M today. Butler denies Belton underneath. Correction, denies McIntosh underneath. 4 blocks in the first quarter for the Wildcats.
What a beast.
Dorsey trying to get to her spot again. She draws the contact and will go to the line.
It's so calming to see the Wildcats play with such a level head. I feel like everybody's on the same type of level right now.
Madison Holden comes back in for Brooks. Damani Dorsey on a streak of 7 straight games in double figures is averaging a touch under 10 per game. She misses the first free throw. As I mentioned, she's the top free throw shooter in the conference at almost 90%. But she misses that one. Got the second one, 9-8 Bethune-Cookman. As Kariah Beck checks back in for the Bulldogs. Wildcats continue to be in this 3-quarter court 2-2-1 press.
My favorite, actually. Because as soon as they try to get them in the middle, they trap. It's going to happen right here. There it is.
There's the trigger. Across to Wimberly, and then back to Beck. Fakes the 3. And Rakaya Beal on the outside. Beal to the free throw line. Palmer driving in. Push shot, no. Rebounds denied Tyler.
The Wildcats are disrupting Alabama A&M's post players. They can't get a shot off down there.
Dorsey with the between-the-leg dribble. Nothing there, resets to Johnson. Johnson calls for horns. 15 on the shot clock. She goes left, gets inside, puts it up, and it hangs on the rim and goes down.
Every time, Mike, I'm telling you, she is going to penetrate that post every single time.
And she's really the only terrific driver of the ball the Wildcats have.
Yes, because I don't think she's intimidated by the size. Not saying that any other players are, but she really is not worried about that.
Vanessa Wimberly with her heels on the logo. 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. 3-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Beal against Holden with 3, with 2, with 1, and they didn't get it off. You talk about that aggressive trap at the top of the key, disrupting Alabama A&M. You saw it right there.
Yes, and we know that Coach Creighton is very, very heavily on defense with their Wildcats, and it's showing today everything that she's worked on.
At the horn, off the rim for Johnson, and the Wildcats lead 11-8 at the end of the first quarter. Alabama A&M only makes 1 field goal in the first quarter. The Wildcats on top by 3. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's quarter number 2. Here for more Gymnasium on the CatEye Radio Network and SWAC TV.
A little cold in here.
Little bit as we get back to action. Start of the second quarter, Bethune-Cookman 11, Alabama A&M 8. Defending champs are back at the Jack. Come catch Bethune-Cookman baseball Sunday, February 22nd at 1 p.m. as they host Yale in non-conference action. Admission is free or will be live on youtube.com/CatEye Network. Wildcats a big win last night over Yale, 7-5.
Yes. Oh my goodness, my team beat Yale.
Baseline run for Holden.
There
she attacks, gets inside, scoop shot, too strong. Tyler, put back, no. And it eventually comes down to Walker. But the Wildcats turn the ball over on the exit pass, and Sinai Tyler gets the easy one.
I want to see more of Alexandra because she is always there. I want to see more of her.
In the game against Alabama A&M in Huntsville, the Wildcats negative split the game. They scored more points than Alabama A&M in the second half, but couldn't quite complete the comeback, which is a common theme this year for Bethune-Cookman.
That's why I'm not trying to get too excited right now. We're playing such a great game.
The second quarter is where Alabama A&M dominated in that game in Huntsville. They won it 19-6. Right now, the Bulldogs only have 1 field goal in the game. That was from Palmer on a layup.
And
Beal off the glass, no. Gets it back, push shot, front of the rim, no.
Nice rebound by Kaylin Peters, who is there as well too. Missed that open shot from Madison Holden, who's down at the bottom.
Peters, all the way underneath, lost the ball out of bounds.
Wildcat ball?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Shamari Phillips is going to get a chance to come in. Phillips, another one of the 7 seniors on this Wildcat squad. Damani Dorsey had a team-high 16 against Alabama A&M the first time. The top scorer in the game was Kariah Beck. Or correction, more was this Davenport, who had 19. Beck had 7, but had the game-winning 3-pointer as time was winding down. Here is Beck. Gonna work against Holden. Reverses course. Gets to the baseline. The kick to the corner. Catch and shoot for Walker. Off the heel. Belton the rebound. Already 6 offensive boards for the Bulldogs. Beck in the corner. No! Another offensive rebound. There's a foul as Palmer got hit on the head. You can see the height advantage dominating for Alabama A&M. 7 offensive rebounds in the first quarter and a bit. Here is Palmer on the baseline against Butler. The up and under too strong. Another offensive board, and Belton at the 4th time of opportunity gets it to go. That's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Wildcats couldn't get a rebound to save their lives there. Only the 2nd field goal of the game for Alabama A&M.
But you did say, though, you see the height. And if it's there, the Wildcats are going to get it. We're going to try and stay out of foul trouble.
Johnson against Walker. Entry pass to Tyler at the free throw line. Back to Johnson, 8 to shoot. Johnson goes left, splits the double team, finds Butler, who puts it up no good, gets her own rebound, shovels it to Holden. Fakes the 3, gets to the free throw line, puts it up, rattled out.
Wow.
Couple good looks on that possession for the Wildcats, but nothing doing.
We know Belton's going to be a problem because she is grabbing those rebounds left to right down in the post. There it is.
Belton down low, shoulders Butler out of the way, misses it, got her own rebound again, but traveled.
The disruptor, Tyler the disruptor, yes.
Belton already with 3 boards, 2 of them offensive.
And how many blocks does Tyler have?
The Wildcats have 4 blocks in the game, 2 for Butler, 1 for Holden, 1 for Johnson. Holden dribbles it off her foot, gets it back, tries to get past Wimberly, but it's an offensive foul.
Oh, I didn't like that call because it definitely showed that her hands were something there.
Tough call on Holden. The Wildcats have gone scoreless over the last 2 minutes.
Such energy coming from Alabama A&M's
Well,
bench as well.
that all starts with Dawn Thornton.
Oh, yes.
Her nickname is Diva Coach.
Love it.
And she coaches with that energy. If you've seen their locker room celebrations after wins on social media. Nice post up. And an easy bucket for Palmer off the pass from Belton. And we are a 1-point game, 13-12.
Come on.
Johnson, hounded by Wimberly, finally gets a screen. Lost the handle, comes straight to Phillips. Phillips down low, Sinai Tyler goes up. Oh my goodness, lid on the basket for the Wildcats right now.
Reminded me of that move that Michigan against Purdue right there a little bit.
2 straight layups for the Wildcats, they've missed them both. And now a hand check foul called on Tyler.
I think right now they're gonna try, Alabama's picking up the heat, right? Starting to outrun the Wildcats a little bit more. We've got to control that pace again. They're starting to warm up.
Wildcats scoreless for 3 minutes and 15 seconds and have hit only 1 of their last 7 shots and have already committed 4 fouls in the quarter. Alabama and A&M in the bonus for the last 6-18. And they are 6 of 6 from the free throw line early in the game. Walker step back 3, air ball.
Right into the hands of Kaylin Peters. I don't think that 3-point is gonna work for her right now.
Long pass, Phillips got bumped by Walker and she'll go to the free throw line.
And this is where we're gonna make up those points from those past plays that didn't work the first time. We gotta get them at the free throw lines. If we can't get it at the hoop, let's get it at the stripe.
I am a little concerned about the missed layups for both teams.
I am too, but I think it's because they're rushing themselves a little bit too much. They're trying to outrun each other. They're not setting up to play the plays because it was very poised and calm in the beginning, but all of a sudden it started to get a little hot in here. Everybody's running.
You said pre-game for the Wildcats, you gotta control the pace.
Yes, because we know Alabama is going to try and outrun us, but right now we've been doing such a great job of keeping them at bay, especially at a respectable lead right now.
Shamari Phillips on senior day gets both free throws. And Kamaya Griffin is going to come in. Griffin, the sophomore guard from Batesville, Mississippi. out of South Panola High School and Northeast Mississippi Community College. Wildcats get back into their half-court trap. Beck and Walker play the little 1-2 game at the top of the key.
There it is.
Butler eyes to tap it away from Belton. The long arms of Belton get the ball back. 5 to shoot. Beck driving in, laying up. Hangs on the rim, no good. Rebound to the Wildcats. Kaylin Peters battling for every board down there. Johnson with Belton's back turned, got run into, and there's a foul. She was trying to go fast and take advantage of Jada Belton not paying attention going back down the floor.
They were still trying to get into their spots, and I think that's what I like about how Alexandria Johnson plays. Like, she plays and she reads the court, and she sees that opening, she's going to take it. Sacrificing her body or not, she is going to take it.
Alabama A&M 3 of 20 from the floor to start this game, and 0 of 6 from deep.
Maybe that more magic is working.
Wildcats 5 of 19. This is I'm not going to say it's a sloppy game, because we saw sloppy basketball on Thursday when the Wildcats and the Alabama State Hornets combined for almost 50 turnovers.
I think this is a great game that the Wildcats are playing,
This is just a game where both teams are struggling around the rim.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But if you want to call having great defense at the bottom of the post struggling, I can understand why you say that as well, too. But I also want to make it very clear as well, too. We need to figure out what's going to be able to work on both teams. They can't get a shot on our sides, but we can't get a shot either on their sides. So what do we have to do to pull those defenders out to expose the post so that we're able to get better shots?
I liked when they had Alexandria Johnson running the point, but she would run to the basket. That created kick-out opportunities, or if they didn't collapse, it created layup opportunities.
And I think that's why it's really important as well, too. So whoever is driving the ball down on our side for the Wildcats, they need to be able to go in with such force and tenacity, but have great ball control so that they can draw them out.
So what's happening right now is the referees are looking at the book. Before the game, I always go to the book and ask for who is not playing.
Yes.
And one of those names that they gave me was Kamaya Griffin. Kamaya Griffin just checked into the game. And if she was not in the book, that should be a technical foul, a bench technical. Oftentimes, referees are lenient to mistakes, though.
Yes.
But they are going to give, I believe they are going to give the technical. So the Wildcats will get free throws here. The rare administrative technical foul has been called because Kamaya Griffin checked into the game when she was not in the book.
And you always check the book, Mike. Check it twice.
It's one of my pregame rituals. Got to go check the book. So Jordan Brooks is going to go to the free throw line.
My question is, can she still play even though she does have that technical foul?
Yes.
Okay.
They can add her into the book.
Okay.
But it's a technical foul right now because they entered a player who was not in the book originally.
Okay, a little switcheroo here. We have Shamari Phillips at the line.
So Shamari Phillips is going to go to the line instead of Brooks. Gets the free throw.
Great way to start her senior year.
Shamari Phillips, last year at BCU averaged 4.5 points, 2 rebounds. Before that, played at Texas Southern and Indian River State. Gets both of the technical free throws, so now the Wildcats will get the ball back.
Well, let's see who is going to be checking this ball in from us from Alexandria.
Jordan Brooks, hands off to Peters, who's double teamed. Got to look for the open man, you can't find her.
I think they're trying to get those 2 points back, but can't be messing with it.
That zone that Alabama A&M is running is really screwing up the Wildcats at the top of the key.
3-man trap on both sides with only 5 players, so that shows you how well they're playing.
Top of the key, Belton. Strange changes hands against Phillips, dumps it down low, extra pass. McIntosh in the middle, 5 to shoot, the cutting. Walker goes up and lays it in.
You see what I mean? While they're able to draw the defense out, that exposes that entire baseline for the Wildcats to be able to get down there.
17-14, Wildcats by 3 here with under 5 to go in the first half. Johnson flips it over her head to Brooks. Back to Johnson. And Brooks moving the defense left to right. Down low, Butler. Defender falls down. Kick out back to Johnson with 5. Johnson puts it up. Air ball out of bounds.
I think it was kind of tipped before she threw it up as well.
We go to the media timeout here in the third quarter. And something I want to get to before we get to break real quick is Tyler Butler is being way too unselfish in this game. That's twice now. She has beaten her defender, had a wide open layup, and chose to kick it out.
And that also just comes with confidence. If I have to put myself in that shoe, you know, previously, more times before, you know, Tyler Butler, when she's down there at the post, every time she goes up, it's not always an automatic in. But, you know, she needs to trust herself in this situation and understand that if she goes up with the right amount of aggressiveness, that it's going to be in there.
We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll finish the second quarter when we come back to more Gym here on the CatEye Radio Network at SWAC TV. Back in Moore Gymnasium. Final day of home basketball action here at Moore Gym in the 2026 season. The Wildcats have a 17-14 lead over Alabama A&M, and they have not trailed in the ball game. Quick whip around the SWAC. One game done already today. Arkansas Pine Bluff beating Prairie View 67-45. One game going on right now with 3 minutes to go in the game. It is Jackson State 40, Alcorn State 39. So that's going to be a big one to keep an eye on. We'll give you the end result of that game shortly. The ball movement, Belton, easy layup.
We cannot, okay, so I see what the problem is here. And when we get back to on offense, I'm going to be able to read it. Because Beal has been open twice, and they were in the same play twice.
Back to a one-point game. In the middle, Dorsey throws it up. Can't get it to go.
She is zigzagging her way down there. Hello.
Anaya Palmer, coast to coast. And for the first time in the game, Alabama A&M takes the lead.
Between her and Beal, they have some of the best footwork I have seen across the SWAC in women's basketball.
Johnson picks up her dribble. Gotta move the ball, she does to Dorsey. Down low, Butler, that's an offensive foul.
Yeah, they're gonna call that charge every time.
Wildcats have been lulled to sleep by this A&M defense and then punished on the other end. A 6-0 run over 147 for the Bulldogs. They lead this quarter 10-6. Madison Holden comes back in, as well as Kaylin Peters. So the Wildcats will go small here. Just one forward on the floor, that's Tyler Butler.
Not a good idea. Beal is open. It's always two people that's open on that three-point line or that post.
Hutchinson driving in, layup no good. Deflected rebound, loose on the ground. It'll be Alabama A&M ball with the possession arrow on the tie-up. And really, if you're the Wildcats, you gotta keep it in, all you gotta do is keep it close until the last couple of minutes of the game. Because you have finished games so well this season, but you have been in too big of a deficit to make it matter.
Yep.
That's a foul. It'll go the other way, called on Belton.
Oh, they're back and forth with it today.
That'll be the second foul on Belton, the first Bulldog to pick up 2 fouls. Tyler and Jordan and Maya Johnson both have 2 fouls for the Wildcats.
Such a physical game that is being played by both teams, and now the fouls are starting to be called towards the second quarter, end of the quarter.
A 2.5-minute scoreless drought for the Wildcats has allowed the Bulldogs to come back and take the lead. Madison Holden on the outside, across to Johnson. In the corner for Peters, she's trapped, almost throws the ball away. Tough catch for Johnson. Holden flying through the middle, down low, the kick out back to Holden, and she can't keep the ball in play. Wildcats are trying to do too much offensively.
It's also the Alabama A&M's defense has gotten a little bit more aggressive as well, too. They're in their face a little bit more. At first, it was a little bit of a token defense. Very strong, but a token defense. But now they're in their face. We got a little too comfortable.
Always you got to watch the turnovers and the points off turnovers.
Yes.
10 points off turnovers for Alabama A&M so far, just 5 for Bethune-Cookman. Wildcats turn the ball over 9 times, Alabama A&M 8. 2.5 to go first half. Belton wide open on the baseline. Back to Beal in the middle, throws it up and in.
Mid-ranges are going to start being a problem after halftime.
Wildcats have been stifled by this zone defense for Alabama A&M here in the second quarter. They only have 6 points on 1 of 8 shooting.
And here's the hands out that I've been trying to say this entire season that really helps.
Johnson launches a 3, rims out. Jump ball, and the ball will stay with the Wildcats. Great job by Kaylin Peters to tie up Griffin. .155 to go in the first half, a 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Johnson wants the screen. Here it comes from Butler. Johnson trying to get in. Across to Peters. Left-hand layup. Thrown up and in. Peters' first bucket of the afternoon brings it to a 1-point game with 1.5 to go in the first half.
I just love a good basketball game where both teams are playing offensively well and defensively well. There it is.
Madison Holden almost stripped back, but there's going to be a foul up top that'll send the Bulldogs to the free throw line. They'll call it on Holden.
Yes.
That'll be the second one on Holden. Alabama A&M so good from the free throw line. Kamaya Griffin, who caused that administrative technical by entering the game after she was not entered into the book before the game, will go to the free throw line. Griffin from Batesville, Mississippi, in her sophomore year after spending her freshman year at Northeast Mississippi Community College, averaged 13.6 points, 6 rebounds there. This season is a 52.8% free throw shooter. With 1:19 to go in the first half of action here. She's got a very short wind-up on that free throw, just kind of pushes it out in front of her and doesn't bend her knees that much.
I think when you're too strong, you have to find ways for it to go in because it's a very technical shot. That free throw.
This is the second one. Jordan Brooks, the board. And Alabama A&M had 2 defenders all the way back in their own paint on that free throw, wanting to prevent any sort of fast break at all. Dorsey on the baseline, kicks it out to Brooks. The shovel across. Dorsey, the jumper in and out. How many times have the Wildcats been unlucky on those kind of shots?
And it's not bad shots, it's just not there.
Kalia Walker will slow it down, a chance to give the Bulldogs a 2-possession lead going into the break. McIntosh on the wing. Dumping it down low, the catch, the layup, no. Chaos for the rebound, comes to the Wildcats. 30 seconds left in the half.
All the way.
Peters will dribble the ball off her foot. It comes right to Johnson. She got blocked by Belton. And the ball will stay with the maroon and gold with 21 seconds to go in the half.
What a chaotic second half, or second quarter.
The Wildcats being outscored in the quarter 12-8, have only hit 2 shots. Palmer's going to replace Belton just to make sure she doesn't pick up a third foul right before the break. And the Wildcats almost turn it over, and they do.
19.4 seconds left. Not a bad.
And they're going to bring Belton and Beck back in to try and extend the lead.
Oh, and they also have that Zero Beal is coming in as well, too.
A 9-2 run over the last 5 minutes for Alabama A&M.
Still only down by 2.
Wildcats have turned the ball over 10 times in this first half, resulting in 12 points off turnovers. Can it be 14 or maybe even 15 here? 10 seconds in the half. It'll be Walker against Johnson. Walker blows by Johnson. Floater in the lane. No. The putback also no. And that'll be the end of a frustrating first half offensively for both sides. Just 21-19 at the break.
Can I give, if I can clap over to here, great defense by the Wildcats. I want them to come in to this second half, Mike, the same composed team that they have been playing this entire time. Like I said earlier, they had to go back to reliable to make sure that they can keep up with Alabama A&M's defense and offense. You know, they're an all-around great team. Number 1 in the SWAC, mind you, but we're only down by 2. Great game.
Tough competition on both sides. We'll take a 10-minute break. When we come back, we'll have your halftime report, go through the first half stats, and a look around the SWAC as well. You're watching Bethune-Cookman University basketball on the CatEye Radio Network and SWAC TV. Welcome back to more gymnasium as the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Alabama A&M Bulldogs are in a close contest. It's 21-19, Bulldogs over Wildcats, a low-scoring first half. Let's take a look at the first half stats. First for Alabama A&M, Anaya Palmer leads all scorers with 6 points, 3 of 6 from the floor. She also has 5 rebounds on double-double watch already. So is Jada Belton, 5 rebounds, 4 points. 4 points for Beal and Walker. Beck has 2, Griffin has 1. For the Wildcats, Sadai Tyler and Shamari Phillips each have 4 points. Phillips, all 4 from the free throw line. She has not attempted a field goal. Damani Dorsey has 3, Holden has 3, Peters has 2, Johnson has 2, and Brooks has 1. Team stats look like this. Alabama A&M is out-rebounding Bethune-Cookman 23-20 and 12-8 on the offensive glass. 12 offensive rebounds in the first half for Alabama A&M. On the season, they average just 13 per game.
My goodness.
Second chance points in favor of the Wildcats, 7-4. 12 offensive rebounds, 4 second chance points. What does that say about the Wildcats' interior defense?
They are absolutely crushing it, Mike, honestly, and that's what I want to see going into this third quarter, too. 4
assists to 3 in favor of the Bulldogs. Wildcats have turned the ball over 10 times, resulting in 12 Alabama A&M points. That's the biggest thing the Wildcats will want to clean up going into the second half. The Bulldogs have turned the ball over 8 times, resulting in 5 Wildcat points off turnovers. Both teams have 6 points on the fast break. The Wildcats have 5 steals to Alabama A&M's 4. Alabama A&M has 14 points in the paint compared to the Wildcats' 8. Shooting splits look like this for Alabama A&M. They are 7 of 30, 23.3%, 0 of 7 from three-point range, and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. The Wildcats are 6 of 23, 23.1% from the floor, and 1 of 7 from three-point range. That one was a bank shot by Madison Holden to open the scoring inside the first minute of the game. They are 6 of 8 on their free throws. Quick look around this SWAC. There's only one game going on right now. It is in overtime between Jackson State and Alcorn State. Alcorn State has taken the lead 44-42 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go in overtime. They are just underway in Southern. Southern leads Grambling 12-10. Of course, that's just underway. And they are about to get underway in Itabena, Mississippi, Mississippi Valley, and Texas Southern. One game done already today. That's Arkansas Pine Bluff 67, Prairie View A&M 45.
Early game.
Yeah, no, I got here and they were already done.
Yeah.
When I got here, 90 minutes before tip, so like they must have played the game at about 10 in the morning.
Absolutely.
Out in Pine Bluff. Anyway, the men's team of Alabama A&M making their way into the building, so don't miss the second game of our doubleheader coming up 30 minutes after the men's game, or after the women's game, excuse me. But I want one thing, Sabrina, for each team, that if they do well in the second half, they will win the game.
Okay, we're going to start with the Wildcats, that defense. That defense is going to be able to really keep them in play. That's going to be able to open them up so they're able to get into the post. They got to break Alabama's defense. And as for Alabama, they need to shoot some mid-rangers. I haven't seen any attempted mid-rangers or field goal attempted from them. They've been going straight to the post because they think, well, they do have a height advantage. But our defense down there, Tyler has been dominating down there, disrupting Alabama. So if they can focus on those things, that'll be able to work. Stick to what we know right now. Don't change anything.
Kaylin Peters has 5 rebounds. Tyler Butler has 7 rebounds, but no points. She played all 20 minutes in that first half. It is senior day here for the Wildcats. We celebrate Kaylin Peters, Shamari Phillips, Tyler Butler, Chanel McDonald, Alexandria Johnson, and Damani Dorsey. Of course, McDonald hasn't seen the floor since tearing her ACL in December.
Yeah.
Tough end to her senior season.
It is, but I know for sure our future is definitely going to be bright.
The first time these two teams matched up, Alabama A&M needed a late 3 from Kariah Beck to shrug off the Wildcats.
And I think that's where the Wildcats' confidence is coming from. Like, they were at a really close game with Alabama in the beginning of the conference as well. So if they can come up with that same type of confidence and new things that they learned along the road, I think it'll be a great match. But it is going to be a great match.
Remember last night, or Thursday night rather, the Wildcats down 4 with 10 seconds left. Janessa Kelly hit a 3 and got fouled, but she missed the free throw to potentially tie the game, and the Wildcats lost 61-60. This game is trending to be much lower scoring than that one, as it's just 21-19 here at the start of half number 2. Alabama A&M, wearing the all black, gets us started. They go left to right. The Wildcats in the white trimmed in maroon and gold go right to left.
A double pick that's going to open up that baseline. They have been running it all game.
And they're just going to throw that ball to the 6'4" Jada Belton all day.
It's the pick that's really messing up the Wildcats right now.
Wildcats need to find a way to break the defense of Alabama A&M. Kaylin Peters almost got stripped of the ball by Beck. Resets to Dorsey. Dorsey goes baseline, pulls up, got fouled.
I like this idea. Let's get her into some foul trouble.
That's her second personal on Jada Belton. Only 6 fouls on Alabama A&M in the first half. Nobody with more than 1 until right then. As Belton now ties Palmer for 6 points. Dorsey misses the first free throw. All season before today, she had only missed 7 free throws all year, and she's missed 2 of her first 4 today. Resets and gets the second one. And Palmer's going to come in. Had a really great first half, Anaya Palmer. 3 of 6 on the floor, 5 rebounds in just 12 minutes.
Never going to stop talking about that footwork either.
Wildcats back into their 3/4 court press. Beck stares at Dorsey, across to Walker.
Baseline, that's open. They're going to have their post players there all the time. Watch for the double pick on top. Then they're going to drop down low to the post.
Walker the kick, Wimberly the 3. No good, rebound Peters. Holden trying to push the pace. Mariah Beck stops the ball. Awkward looking pass over there to Dorsey, who corrals it.
Alabama is pushing that defense up to the free throw line.
Wimberly gets the pickpocket. And gets fouled by Dorsey.
We got to keep our feet on the ground. And it made it feel like we were on the ground.
Holden's going to sit as Jordan Brooks comes in. To the line goes the freshman Vanessa Wimberly as she tries to get her first points of the contest. Averaging just 2.7 points per game, but the best on-ball defender on this team came into the game with 32 steals. She makes the first free throw. And you gotta be really scared if you're a BCU fan right now, because the third quarters have been nightmares for the Wildcats this season. They have struggled out of the break and given up massive leads that they've had to try and come back from in the fourth quarter, and with their SWAC record being only 4-10 a lot of the time, they haven't been able to do so.
Yeah.
As it's the largest lead of the game for Alabama A&M, 25-20.
That high defensive right there from the Bulldogs, pulling it to the free throw line every time. I would use that.
Have struggled to get inside the three-point line on offense.
Honestly, I would use that to our advantage. If they're going to push the defense all the way up to the free throw line, somebody run the baseline, please.
Peters in traffic, pushes it up and in on the baseline. Peters up to 4 points. We got to keep getting stops.
Yep.
But expect Alabama A&M to aggressively attack the paint.
There's that baseline I'm telling you about.
Wimberly goes across. Beck fires a 3, way off the mark. Long rebound careens out to Dorsey.
Looks like Alabama A&M is trying to elongate this lead they have with some three-pointers that probably is not going to work in their favor.
Butler can't catch the pass to the post, and it's an 11th turnover for the Wildcats. They have struggled all season with that. It's seemingly a simple pass that just is supposed to go to the five-man down low, and more often than not, the ball goes out of bounds.
But you also got to remember as well, too, the type of passes that you're passing. It can't be a chest pass when you have somebody on you. It's open. There's that drop that she's been looking for all game. Reset.
It doesn't come to anything. Walker at the top of the key, guarded by Dorsey with her hands up. Flings it across to Beck. High catch in the corner.
Oh,
that'll be a travel. She's shuffling her feet. 9th turnover for Alabama A&M, but the Wildcats have not punished. Only 5 points off turnovers in the game.
They've been able to hold it down so far, but I really want them to use that open baseline that's really open. It's open right there. They're going to pull it up to the top of the free throw line, have somebody run it from three-point line to three-point line. There, okay. Oh, she stepped on the line.
Stepped out of bounds after a bump from Beck, and another turnover for the Wildcats. Holden comes back in to replace Brooks, and it's a really tough game for Jordan Brooks because this height disadvantage is so stark, unlike in some other matchups this season.
But the way that she pulled her defender on her, even if that pass was open, somebody should have been able to be over there to get that inbound.
3-point lead for Alabama A&M on the ball. Kariah Beck tries to go all the way in, flips it over her head to Beal. Mid-range jumper, foul called. And she was smacked on the wrist.
Tyler, we have a whole quarter left.
Second personal on Butler. Dorsey, Butler, Holden, Tyler, and Maya Johnson each have 2 fouls. Janessa Kelly is going to come in. Maya Johnson also comes in to replace Butler. Kelly comes in to replace tonight Tyler as the Wildcats go 4 guards and a forward.
Got to keep those legs fresh. I'm trusting those teammates that will be able to do those.
My big point going into the half was you have to stay close. It doesn't matter how ugly this second half looks. You have to find ways to get points and keep this game close going down to the end. Alabama A&M is the best defense in the conference statistically. They allow 56.8 points per game, and only 36.6 of their shots against go in.
Our Bulldogs already getting in place for the defense.
They're also top in the SWAC in field goal percentage at 40.2 and a rebounding margin plus 4.2.
All right, I'd love to see the Wildcats that are using their baseline to their advantage. It's open, though.
Kelly in the corner. Down low, Johnson gets position. Short, gets it back, scores.
A little bit more aggression from her, but what a great job.
First points of the game for Johnson. Wildcats keeping that 3-point gap. But at some point, offensively, you're going to have to find something to make a move, or else Alabama A&M will just choke you out of the game.
Yes.
Walker against the double team. The extra pass down low to the corner. Beck for 3. Short. Alabama A&M has still not hit a 3 in the game. Dorsey off the extension pass. Offensive foul.
They really know how to plant their feet. I'm telling you. We could be taking the same amount of offensive fouls as well if we planted our feet, but we keep jumping. Well, Alabama knows that if, in order to get a tip. Oh, what? Wait.
That's the 3rd foul on Damani Dorsey. And at this point, I'd probably save her for the 4th.
I really would do the same as well. There it is.
4 offensive fouls for the Wildcats tonight. And it's been a problem all season.
We could really turn that around. We just have to plant our feet. Alexandria Johnson is going to be able to change the momentum here as well, too.
Johnson, 1 of 5 shooting in the first half. This is McIntosh. Tries to get to the baseline. flip back to the top for Palmer, 10 on the clock.
2 Bulldogs over, which means that they're pulling their defense all the way over. Somebody is going to be open. There's 2 people open.
Walker has to put it up. Oh my goodness, the putback goes for Belton at the end of the shot clock. 29-24. Lucky for the Bulldogs, that air ball came right to Belton.
A 1-3-3, they switched up their defense.
Peters, the kick.
Nice.
Johnson got
There's the
fouled.
foul.
Mariah Beck will draw her second foul, and will send the Wildcats back to the free throw line. Currently down by 5 with exactly 5 minutes to go in the third.
I am so proud of our Wildcats right now. They have been playing poised and calm. Even with this third quarter, it may seem like they're dropping a little bit, but they're not too bad above the under the water right now.
That'll be the media timeout here in the second quarter. We'll take a break and take you to the end of the quarter when we come back here on the CatEye Network and SWAC TV. Back at Moore Gymnasium, the Wildcats down by 5, but Alexandria Johnson is going to head to the free throw line after getting fouled on a mid-range jumper. Only 5 points in the quarter for the Wildcats as Johnson misses the first free throw. The Wildcats 7 of 11 for the line. Alabama A&M 11 of 12. Oof. Only 1 free throw miss in the game. And in a game like this, Sabrina, it's got to be those little advantages like that that will win one of these teams the game.
Like the offensive fouls. Those are little things that can change the momentum really quickly.
Wildcats were down 3, now they're down 4. Extra pass, Belton, trapped by Johnson, gets it out to Walker. Walker double team. Mariah Beck now aggressed on by Kelly. She gets inside, throws it up, foul called. And that's gonna be on Peters, her first.
I'm glad it's her first, but I really didn't like that call because both of their hands were up.
But it's not about the hands, it's about the feet.
Yep.
And Beck to the line. Mariah Beck, latest in a basketball lineage. Her dad, Corey Beck, won the 1994 National Championship with Arkansas and played in the NBA. Averaged 10 points, 4.2 rebounds last year for Alabama A&M after joining Dawn Thornton from Pine Bluff. Beck, 1 of 2, tipped out of bounds, Wildcat basketball. And the lead is once again just 5. So Wimberly comes back in for Belton. The Bulldogs will go smaller. But Palmer is going to be the on-ball defender at 6'1".
I think that's their secret this entire secret this entire season for Alabama A&M is this little defense that they have with the post at the top of the key.
Kelly pulls up, no good. Rebound comes out to Walker. A chance to extend the lead now. Kalia Walker off to Wimberly.
Great defense by Madison. Oh, she's here with it.
Claps
she's
her
here
hands.
with it.
Wimberly gives it up. 4 minutes to go in the third. Back against Kelly, steps back, pulls up, no good on an air ball.
Woo.
Johnson, the crossover.
Nice.
The baseline jumper well off the mark from Kelly, and it'll be no Alabama A&M ball.
Yeah, she did touch it with both hands, so I have to give her that. Belton is going right back in there. I don't think Coach Thornton really liked that little matchup that they had by going small.
Wildcats 26% shooting in the game. Alabama A&M 24%. 9 of 37 for the Bulldogs. 8 of 30 for the Wildcats.
Nice 2-2-1 coming from the Wildcats. Really need that defense to step it up just a little bit more.
Bulldogs have not made a three. They are 0 of 11. Wimberly to Palmer, working on Kelly. Walker down low, shoveled out to Beal. She drives the baseline, pulls up, misses it short. Belton corrals the miss, puts it back. It hangs on the heel and drops in. Jada Belton exerting her will. 10.7 rebounds now for Belton, the senior from Baltimore.
I mean, what footwork that they have. Those post players,
Up,
there it
pass
goes.
picked off by Walker. She goes all the way, and timeout Bethune-Cookman as Alabama A&M. We've been waiting for the push.
Yes.
There it is.
And I was just about to talk to you about, we just talked about before, the media timeout that just happened, how any little thing can change the momentum and shift in anybody's favor. Right now it's in Alabama's. 25-34. We're not down too bad, but the Wildcats really need to tighten up with their defense and understand that it's going to be hard hitting from now on.
30-second break, and we'll be back here on the CatEye Radio Network and SWAC TV. Alabama A&M has finally found something on offense. They have turned on the Jets and have outscored the Wildcats 13-6 here in quarter number 3, including a 7-1 run over the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds, including a couple of Wildcat turnovers and some missed shots as well.
Usually I would say we need something big, but honestly, Mike, I think we need something very small to change where this energy is going with the Wildcats. Alabama's in this 1-3-1. No longer a 3-2 with their post player at the top. So we need to really use this.
Wildcats have struggled for paint touches all game long against this aggressive trapping defense. Johnson hits the three.
Mike, I said we needed something small. Do you think this was it?
Second three of the game hit by the Wildcats, one by Holden, now one by Johnson. Let's see if the Wildcats dial up some pressure here.
And I don't want them to be a little bit too aggressive. We don't need to get into foul trouble before we get into the fourth quarter.
Damani Dorsey already has 3 fouls. That one in the corner to Belton. Belton throws it back to Wimberly. Wimberly has that ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs 12 on the shot clock. Wildcats aggressively trying to jump those passing lanes.
Nice defense from Alexandria Johnson, something I also want to go ahead and see for the Wildcats in the paint too. Keeping the legs fresh.
Jada Belton, top scorer in the game, 10.7 rebounds.
There's that baseline I'm talking about, wide open. We need to make sure Tyler stays down there at any cost. Even if defense is trying to pull us up or they're trying to pull our deep. Shot clock.
Yep. Kalia Walker taps her chest, says that was my bad. Didn't understand how much time was left on the clock.
It's okay, I didn't either, so I wasn't looking.
I mentioned the Wildcats struggling for paint touches, just 12 points in the paint.
Yeah.
As opposed to 22 for Alabama A&M.
But I'm saying though, Mike,
and it's because of passes like that, just into traffic. Walker, offensive foul.
Yes.
Holden gets back to draw the charge.
The foot was planted on the ground, Mike. I'm telling you, we really have these calls every time. As long as we have some good foot placements, we can turn it into our favor just that quick.
Wildcats down by 6. Looking for that late push that they've had so many times this season.
Can we use the baseline to our
Johnson
advantage?
to Holden, pulls up for 3. Good, rattles down.
We needed that one.
A quick 6-point run for the Wildcats on 2 triples, and it's back to a 3-point game.
Is this a repeat of the last game against Alabama A&M? Down by 3 again.
Walker. Down low, Belton. This is the mismatch that they love. Belton got tripped by Johnson. And Maya Johnson will pick up her 3rd foul.
Don't like that call. But then again, it's the footing. Kind of looked like a hip check from up here as well, too.
And now that'll send Belton to the line as the Bulldogs are in the bonus. 15 personal fouls on the Wildcats, just 9 on the Bulldogs today.
Belton is 60%, 36 for 60 at that line.
And her first trip to the line tonight with how hard she plays and how big she is. I'm surprised it is her first trip to the line with 1:10 to go in the 3rd. Has shot 60 free throws this season. That one no good.
More Gymnasium is hyping it up.
Jada Belton has started all but 1 game for the Bulldogs in SWAC play this season. The only game she didn't start was the game they lost against Mississippi Valley State. How wild is that? That the only loss for this team in conference play this year was Mississippi Valley State, the first game of conference on the 1st of January. They have won 13 games since, a program record.
Energy's definitely shifted. Can we please have somebody run the baseline? I'm talking about it's wide open back there, Mike.
Johnson in traffic, floats it up, no good. Sinai Tyler battling for the rebound, but it's grabbed by McIntosh.
Alabama A&M obviously has more offensive rebounds, footwork, than the Wildcats.
14 offensive rebounds to 9 in favor of the Bulldogs. Kariah Beck to the lane. That'll be a jump ball on the rebound. Wildcats have the possession, and with 33 seconds to go, I mean, if you score within 3.9 seconds, you have a chance for a 2-for-1. I don't think they'll take that.
33.9 seconds left. This is enough time for the Wildcats to make a play. I would honestly love to see her drive into the paint and draw foul.
And that's big, too, because if there's not another jump ball before the end of the quarter, the Wildcats will have the possession arrow going into the 4th.
Yes, and maybe that will probably be the smartest thing for us to do, just so we can have that advantage.
Johnson with 8. Holden with 5. Holden attacks between the legs. Got it to Johnson, got to put it up. And a shot clock violation. Not a great possession for the Wildcats. Never looked inside.
No, not at all. But you did talk about that. We have had problems with touching that paint every time. I wish we had our camera up because I think I would have had a play that would have worked for us up here.
3 seconds left. Wildcats trying to go into the final quarter down by 4.
Rushing in. Look at that footwork. She was waiting for it.
Lost the handle, did Palmer. Had to throw it up at the end. And we go to the fourth. Alabama A&M 35. Bethune-Cookman 31. A 4-point game, a close game here at Moore Gym. We'll be back after this on the CatEye Radio Network and SWAC TV. Get ready for the madness in March. The SWAC basketball tournament begins on March 9th, and you won't want to miss your chance to catch Bethune-Cookman basketball on the hunt for SWAC championship glory. All the action goes down at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, featuring both BCU men's and women's hoops, and a special appearance from the Marching Wildcats. Get your tickets today at swac.org, that's SWAC.org, and we'll have the action for you on bcuathletics.com/radio or the CatEye Network on YouTube, featuring the behind-the-scenes booth cam. Fourth quarter on tap. Here we go. Vanessa Wimberly starts with the ball for the all-black clad Bulldogs.
Great defense by Holden, who is taking it there. I hope that wasn't
foul off the ball. That'll go on Butler.
Oh, that's 4, right?
Her third.
Oh, okay.
Wildcats in a little bit of foul trouble. That's now 2 Wildcats with 3 at the start of the fourth quarter. Pull up, in and out from Beal.
Great rebound by Sanai Tyler.
Wildcats need offense. Shamari Phillips a catch and shoot 3. Short, the box out from Beck. Into the corner. Beal pulls up. No good. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs after Beck battled with Sanai Tyler. And here comes Damani Dorsey looking for a good close to her final game at Moore Gymnasium. A career Wildcat all 4 years here at BCU.
Oh my goodness.
Only 4 points tonight on 1 of 5 shooting and 2 of 4 from the line. Not the final performance that she would have hoped for so far. She still has 9 minutes and change to change that story.
You know, it doesn't take her much. Just give her a little time and opportunity, and when she starts driving into that paint, she's gonna go for those free throws.
Belton on the outside, the backdoor cut to Walker, into the corner for Beal. Floater in the lane, good.
Wow.
She leaned on Tyler and got the angle.
Yes, that one gave her the extra push.
Wildcats need something offensively. They're bailed up by a couple of threes late in that third quarter. Johnson against Beal.
We keep getting stocked up at that top right-hand corner on the three-point line. Take it there.
Off the rim, no good. That was towards the end of the shot clock. Had to get it off.
We were dominating in the post grab and rebounds before. It just seems like the light switched.
The Wildcats' drive game has been completely nullified. Wildcat crowd wanted a moving screen there. No call on Palmer. Belton at the high post.
Oh, but you're going to call that one.
CatEye Tyler on the grab. That's her fourth.
This is what I was asking for earlier in the game. I really wanted her to stay out of trouble because she has been dominating literally in every aspect.
CatEye Tyler is the top rebounder on this Wildcat squad. 6.4 per game. She's top 6 in the SWAC in rebounding.
We're probably not going to be able to see her for the last 3 minutes.
Belton on top. Alabama A&M trying to pull away from a Wildcat squad that has been right there the whole game. Palmer attacking, got the and one. Here comes the push from Alabama A&M. They want to pull away right now.
I am not even mad at that because she has such great footwork. The way she was able to get behind, I think it was Tyler or Maya as well. Get her foot in placement to go up for that and draw the fly at the same time. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Palmer up to 8 points, now 4 of 7 from the floor, as well as 6 rebounds. The Wildcats have started this fourth quarter scoreless over the last 3 minutes and 16 seconds and have allowed the gap to grow back to 9.
This isn't where the Wildcats should be able to start going cold. If anything,
Lane violation on Alabama A&M. Basket wouldn't have counted anyway, so it is just 8. 39-31.
Kaylin Peters is in for Alexandria Johnson. Get right back in. Didn't have enough time to set up for that 1-2-2. Alabama A&M is already dropping into their defense.
Can the Wildcats find something, anything offensively here?
They can hear me from up here on bird's eye view. I would say baseline. It's wide open on the other side.
10 to shoot for Jordan Brooks. Tries to get by Walker. She can't do it. Back to Dorsey. 5 on the clock. Kick to the corner. Brooks for 3. No good. Rebound batted around. Grabbed by Belton. 8-point lead plus potentially more for Alabama A&M. Palmer sees a lane, kicks it to Wimberly.
I mean, do you see the finesse with her going through that lane, though?
Palmer bodied up on Johnson, hits the underside of the rim, gets her own miss, throws it back up and in.
The aggression that I'm looking for in Maya Johnson.
Biggest lead of the night for Alabama A&M, 10 points, timeout Wildcats. I think that might be it. That might be it.
I don't think so. I think we still got a little gas in us right now. You know, to play devil's advocate, I think the Wildcats really just need to regroup. We have been playing this game far too well this entire time for us just to fall out right now. 10-point lead, we really need to be able to hike it up defensive-wise. And look at what's open. If the play is not working, Mike, they need to create their own plays. They go into the three-point lane, they come right back out of there, create plays. You can't just expect to stay right there and think that it's gonna be open when they're guarding you from right there. Shift in, shift out, be able to move around. That's what's gonna be able to help the Wildcats go for it.
You talk about, right, with the common definition of insanity, doing the same thing multiple times and expecting different results. The Wildcats have not changed.
Nothing.
They're trying to drive into those double teams, and it's just not working, and they haven't changed.
And it's expected, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody else has the ball, you want to make sure that your other teammates, okay, this play's not working, nobody's calling the play. What can we do to move around to make sure that we can find an opening? Because that's what basketball is. You know, at the end of the day, not everything is going to go the way that you're looking for, but you have to be the one to step up to create those openings or create those defensive passes. Who's going to step up to do that for the Wildcats?
Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at Nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And make sure you're representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items. Buy the latest BCU gear online in the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to BCUathletics.com and click on shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's BCUathletics.com and click on shop. Basketball returns to the CatEye Network on Thursday, March 5th, as BCU men's and women's basketball travels to Tallahassee to take on Florida A&M in the regular season finale. You can listen every moment live for free on youtube.com/CatEye Network or bcuathletics.com/radio. We've seen the punch.
There's that baseline
From Alabama A&M. Do the Wildcats have a counterpunch? Holden trying to create space. Gets the screen, kicks it out. Dorsey on the baseline. Got bumps.
That's all I want, Mike. That's it. Because every single time they're going to draw a foul because they don't want nobody going into the paint. So if they don't want anybody going to the paint, I'm going to drive into the paint because you guys are going to push me out of there. You guys are going to foul me. And
Jackson State defeats Alcorn State in overtime. That final score, as soon as it loads, 52-49. That's a big upset, as Alcorn State was in second place. So Alabama A&M, if they hold on to this, will have a 2-game cushion at the top of the standings with 3 games to go after today. Monty Dorsey only 50% from the line before that one to a 4. Alabama A&M 13-1, has won 13 games in a row. A program record. Alcorn State now 11-3. Alabama State 10-4, Southern at 9-4. Other scores around the SWAC. At the end of the first quarter, Mississippi Valley State 20, Texas Southern 14. And at halftime, it's Grambling State 28, Southern 29 in that rivalry matchup.
Defense we're looking for. There it is!
Butler flies in for the steal on the baseline.
And she read it like a book, Mike.
Now the Wildcats need to convert on this end. Butler down low against Palmer. Goes up and under, got the foul.
That's all I'm asking for, Mike. We are literally #1 in free throws right now.
We are #1 in the conference in free throws at 70% on the season.
Go back to what we know. Oh, reliable. We did the 3-2. We did the 2-2-1. Now let's get to the paint.
And I'm guessing that was the message from the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Coach Creighton Del Rosario saying, let's get the ball inside here. Still a long way back for the Wildcats, down 41-34 with 6:05 to go.
And I don't want this to go unnoticed how we did not let the ball drop too far as we usually did before.
Short on this second one, just 1 point there. So down by 7. They've never let the lead get larger than 9.
Yes.
As it has been a couple of times. Belton wide open. Johnson tries to lean on her, but Belton doesn't even feel it.
So I'm talking about somebody has to stick back there because they're going to make their presence known even in the unknown.
Belton now has a season high 15 points.
Wow. Penetrate. Stop waiting. Let's penetrate the paint.
Holden.
Get in there.
Tries to do that. She got her shot blocked by Palmer and then fouled Palmer on the breakout.
Let's see if Jacoby Heddy can transfer a little bit of that energy over to our Wildcats.
Third foul on Holden.
Oh, it's on Holden.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, timeout by Coach John Thornton as she's going to advance the ball into the front court. Wildcats up against it, down by 9, 5:25 to go. There is no BC without you. Show your support for Bethune-Cookman Athletics by joining the Wildcat Champions Club today. Help us build a championship culture here at BCU. You can donate and join at bcuathletics.com/championsclub. That's bcuathletics.com/championsclub. Stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on X and Instagram at BCU_athletics. For the latest on BCU women's basketball, follow at BCU WBB on X and Instagram. We got the men's game coming up 30 minutes after this game finishes. The Wildcat men 11-3 in the conference, have a 2-game lead on the pack. Alabama A&M coming in at 9-5, one of those chasing for the top spots.
It's coming quick.
Bethune-Cookman has 2 timeouts left.
Which is still
Alabama A&M has 3. Wildcats have 4 fouls in the quarter, so the Bulldogs are in the bonus for the last 5:17.
They're pulling their defense. There we go.
Holden deflects the pass. Johnson grabs the loose ball. 2 straight turnovers for the Wildcats on defense. Now you got to capitalize on the offensive
Yes,
side.
let's do something off of it.
Dorsey off the Iverson cut.
Can you
A reset to Holden. Throws down low. Johnson has space and
There we
scores. Maya Johnson with her 2nd bucket of the afternoon.
back into that 2-2-1 token defense, or press, I can say,
Now that's what frustrated Alabama A&M early in the game.
if it's ran correctly. There it is.
Beal splits a pair and scores easily.
Even when she tried to pass it down to Belton, it wasn't there. She went up for herself. And it's times like that where you're talking about being selfish and unselfish.
10 in the quarter for the Bulldogs.
Way to draw a foul. We might have our own Jacoby Heady on the women's team.
7 in the quarter for the Wildcats. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left as in comes the freshman Samaya McIntosh. McIntosh, the only Florida native on this team, originally from St. Petersburg out of Lakewood High School. Averaged 16 points as a 7th grader in high school. Not even officially in high school yet, and averaged 16 points.
Look at that baseline. Look at that paint wide open. Use that footwork, Maya.
She's going at Belton. No foul called. Law will stay with the Cats, 12 to shoot.
If she was a little bit more aggressive with that going up, I'm sure she would have gotten that
And
foul.
nobody rotated to the corner to be an outlet pass on that one.
And just like we said earlier, before that timeout, you can't just expect to stand there and think it's going to be open when they're guarding. You have to make the plays if the plays are not working.
Johnson.
There we go.
Fakes the pass to Dorsey, muscles it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about, Mike. There's that aggression. That play wasn't working. She made the play for herself.
4 minutes to go. 7 points the gap. This would be a massive comeback for the Wildcats.
There's some gas in the tank left. I know it.
Alabama A&M has shot the ball at 57% here in the 4th quarter. They still have not hit a 3 in the ball game.
Which will probably be their biggest mistake because it hasn't been happening. That's just an easy turnover for the Wildcats.
Walker steps into a 3. Off to the left.
Like
Rebound
I said,
Peters.
Easy rebound turnover for the Wildcats. We need to stop stopping at that half-court line because that just changed everything.
Entry pass to Johnson.
There
Butler this time makes the catch and scores at the rim. 5-point game.
There's some gas left.
Walker across the time stripe, 3:03 to go. Down low is Palmer. She puts it up, no good, rebound Belton. She puts it up, back it and the foul. A massive bucket by Jada Belton. She's got 17, already a season high. I mean, when you're 6'4" and the tallest player on the opposing team is only 6'2", you have a major, major advantage.
Absolutely.
And Jada Belton has used all of that and more this afternoon. A career game for the senior out of Baltimore. And she gets the and one, back to an 8-point game. Wildcats have hit 3 threes tonight. Probably going to need some more of them eventually.
Would love to see Janessa come in as well, too.
Butler.
There it is.
A foul by Palmer. That'll be Palmer's third.
2 minutes and 35 seconds left in this quarter, and it's still enough time for the Wildcats to make these.
But if you're the Bulldogs, you're okay with that because they can only get 2 here.
Yeah. And
you're putting one of the weaker free throw shooters on this team at the line in Tyler Butler.
She's been doing great so far.
You are 100% okay with that. Rattles down the first. It's not like Alabama A&M has been blowing the SWAC away. They have had some major wins, like 72-49 over Pine Bluff. 1 of 2 for Butler again.
It's important that they look behind them as well.
But they've played some close games. They only beat the Wildcats by 4. They only beat Grambling by 4. They only beat Southern by 2. They have been tested. McIntosh to Belton.
Eight seconds left on the shot clock.
Walker dishes to the corner and throws the ball out of bounds. Beck and Beal go out. Sorry, Beal goes in for Belton. With Belton not on the floor, you got to take advantage here.
I mean immediately, Mike. Immediately, because she has been a force to reckon with for this second half here.
The Wildcats have only made 1 field goal in the 4th quarter.
High 3-2. Maya in that place that I'm asking for her to be down there.
Yeah, but she's being fronted by 2 defenders. They can't get the ball to her.
She got to get in front of them. It won't make no difference if she's not there. Make some plays.
This time they go down low. The pass is deflected, and Palmer grabs the steal.
Yep.
Big moment in the game, especially if Bama A&M can score here up by 7 with 1:40 to go.
And they're going to hold the ball.
18 turnovers in the game. Yeah, why would you?
Yeah.
You should use every second of that shot clock. Beal draws a foul.
And it's in certain circumstances like this, I feel like if we don't have the ball and they're in the lead, we should not be able to turn anything away right now.
I think that might just about do it here with 1:27 to go.
I still have faith. It ain't over till it's over.
Palmer to the line. She is 0 of 1 on free throws, but 5 of 10 from the floor tonight. Coach Creighton Del Rosario calling timeout. And they're going to review the play. I'm not sure what for, but they are going to review it. You love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. Then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of all 15 Wildcat sports programs. Hosted by voice of the Wildcats, Michael Turillo, and featuring the expertise of Bethune-Cookman sports information staff. Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune in to 1380 WELE Daytona Beach every Saturday to catch the show live or listen anytime on your favorite podcast platform. New episode is out now, but you can wait to listen to it until you watch the end of our doubleheader today. Of course, the men's game coming up 30 minutes after this game. Stick around on this stream. After this game, you'll have the Senior Day celebration for the men immediately after the women's game concludes. We got some Wildcat teams to brag on. Tennis picked up their first win of the year. They beat Edward Waters.
Yeah, track as well, too.
Andrew Kiplagat got a gold medal in the 3,000 meter of the SWAC Indoor Championship.
This is his 3rd time placing first place in the championship, correct?
Yep.
That's 3 times back-to-back. Wow.
And softball picked up a win over Utah out in California at the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic.
Feeling like a winning program here, Mike. Feeling like a winning program.
Of course, baseball won last night. Walked off Yale and Andre Martinez 2-run homer in the 9th to salvaged the game, but the Wildcats looked like they were about to lose.
Yes, against Yale, y'all.
Never count out the Cardiac Cats.
Hello.
Softball is not back at Sunnyland Park until Friday, March 13th as they host Alabama State in their conference opener. And baseball tonight is down in Vero Beach at the Andre Dawson Classic. They'll play Florida A&M in a rematch of the SWAC title game from a year ago. That'll be on MLB Network at 7 p.m.
MLB Network.
So Coach Hernandez has resisted, playing the non-conference classics and, conference teams in non-conference games. He wants to challenge the boys against really good competition, your FIUs, your Floridas, your Florida States, etc. But he told me in an interview last night after the game that this was the right time, right?
Yeah.
MLB was pushing hard for the SWAC championship rematch against Florida A&M, and they sweetened the deal by offering Yale a game against Jackson State so they could be down here for a whole weekend.
And honestly, I think that's how you really push to see everything he's working off season is showing up in these games.
So Anaya Palmer will go to the free throw line. It's a 7-point lead, 1:27 to go. At this point, the Wildcats would need...
If she makes both of them.
You need some missed free throws, and then you need to start hitting threes on the other end.
Janessa Kelly needs to be checked in.
She is currently not in the game. Currently, it's the available seniors, Dorsey, Phillips, Butler, along with Holden and Johnson. But I would expect Alexandria Johnson to come in as well, just to have all the seniors on the floor at the end of the game. 8-point lead, 1:25 to go. Wildcats need a lot of offense, more than they've had the rest of the game pretty much combined over a 2-minute span.
All right, and that passing, y'all.
Deflected pass comes to Phillips, tries to dump it down low, turned over, and that should just about do it. Too many turnovers in crunch time for the Wildcats. They foul Walker, she crosses the timeline. And Alabama A&M, a lot more comfortably than they did in the first game against BCU, will come to Moore Gym and win their 14th game in a row.
Wasn't an easy one, though. I could give that one up.
That was the 4th foul on Maya Johnson. Will send Walker to the free throw line. Not a great game for Walker. 1 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 5 from 3. 3 in double figures for Alabama A&M. Jada Belton with 18. Anaya Palmer with 10. Makaya Beal with 10. The Wildcats have nobody with more than 6. 4 players with 6 points and 5 players with 4 points, as nobody was able to generate consistent offense today. And that's a credit to Alabama A&M's defense, and they have played so well today.
Three-man triangle defense.
This is the final road game for Alabama A&M. They'll be at home against Alabama State, Grambling State, and Southern their last 3 games. This is the final home game for the Wildcats. They'll go on the road to Grambling and Southern before finishing at Florida A&M. Wildcats try to put a couple more points on the board here at the end. They can't even get a shot off now as the defense is suffocating for the Bulldogs. And another turnover. 4 straight turnovers on 4 possessions in the last 2 minutes for the Wildcats. They've hit 3 of their last 4 shots. They just haven't gotten a shot off up in the last 2 minutes of the ball game.
And that's where that defense is coming in from Alabama A&M. Another timeout.
That'll be a timeout for Alabama A&M. They'll advance the ball. 3 minutes and 16 seconds scoreless for Bethune-Cookman here at the end of the game.
Such a great game played by the Wildcats. And I love that they went back to their roots of what they know, that 2-2-1 really helped them to stay really close. And by 10 is not really a bad place to be at all.
Elsewhere around the SWAC, Jackson beats Grambling. Final score there, 52-49 in overtime. Southern is beating Grambling by 1, 39-38 with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. And in Itabena, Mississippi Valley leads by 1 over Texas Southern, 27-26 with 2:56 to go in the first half. One game already done today before we even started. That was Arkansas Pine Bluff 67, Prairie View A&M 45. The Wildcats will finish under 500 at home. They'll finish 4-6 on their home floor.
What are we fouling for?
I don't know.
I didn't really like that one. We don't need to be fouling right now.
What this also does is put them farther away from that 9th seed.
Yeah.
And the 9th seed, of course, will play Prairie View A&M, who's currently 0-15, and a team the Wildcats have beaten. Bethune-Cookman actually has slipped to the 11. If the tournament started today, they would play Mississippi Valley State in the first round. They'll be playing in the first round regardless, because even if they win out, they will not get outside the bottom 4. And they have a very tough road at the end, Southern, Grambling, and Florida A&M. Final timeout called by Coach Creighton. 53-41. Madison Holden is fouled out of that last foul. Alexandria Johnson comes in as Damani Dorsey, Johnson, Tyler Butler, and Kaylin Peters and Shamori Phillips play their final 37 seconds here on home floor on Senior Day. 32 points in the paint for Alabama A&M. 15 second chance points on 17 offensive rebounds. Jada Belton, a career game for her. 8 of 9 from the floor. 18 points, 9 rebounds, a rebound off a double-double. She smashes her career high, which was 14 from earlier in the season.
Wow. Great game from both teams, I can honestly say. Great defense from both teams. Offensive, obviously, was just granted on Alabama A&M side just because of their efficiency down at the post. Palmer's footwork, Belton's body being down there in the post as well, just like you said earlier. But I have to give it to the Wildcats for being able to stay in the gap throughout this entire time, because this was a really tough team. Not
the finish that Damani Dorsey would have had.
Yes.
A career Wildcat all 4 years at Bethune-Cookman. She only gets 6 points, 1 of 5 shooting, just 2 rebounds. She's going to break her streak of 7 straight games in double figures. That's going to end. And on the strength of their defense, Alabama A&M will win their 14th game in a row. Stay tuned. Right after this, we'll have the men's Senior Day celebration, and then 30 minutes later, as Dorsey puts up a 3, no good. Butler offensive rebound. She falls down, loses the ball.
Gets it right into her hand.
And why are we fouling with 25 seconds to go?
It doesn't make any sense to me. We're just giving them more points.
And 30 minutes after the Senior Day ceremony for the men will be the men's game against Alabama A&M. The Wildcats looking to win game number 12 in conference and continue their 2-game lead at the top of the SWAC. Samaya McIntosh has some family in the crowd tonight. Not a short drive, but a doable one over from St. Petersburg here to Daytona Beach.
Of course.
Alabama A&M was her only Division I offer for McIntosh. She committed before the start of her high school senior year.
She knew.
She knew what Coach Dawn Thornton was building.
Wildcats playing their hearts out right now.
That'll be a foul on Palmer against Johnson. That'll send Johnson to the line. The Wildcats on track to score their fewest points in a conference game this season. Their other low was against Alabama A&M, where they only scored 44.
Yeah.
So something about this team the Wildcats cannot get over. They held Florida A&M to 37 points on Thursday night, beat them 57-37. As Alabama A&M will prolong the game by calling their second to last timeout.
I really don't see the reason to do all of this, if you want me to be quite honest with you, Mike.
Wildcats got to pick themselves back up and try and get back at it on the road next week. Remember, everybody makes the tournament this year, so you don't have to worry about rallying to not miss the tournament or anything like that. And there was a time in the last couple weeks the Wildcats won 3 straight. They beat Texas Southern, Prairie View, and Jackson. They had close losses against Alabama A&M and Jackson State and Alcorn State, all one-score losses, and then you thought they were turning the corner. And then tonight, 20 points to 12 in the fourth quarter. Alabama A&M just hit second gear and never looked back.
Yeah. I think that's really what happened here as well, too.
And the Wildcats, remember, led for a majority of the first half, but have not led since it was 17-16 with 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Wildcats will not foul, and that's it. Alabama A&M 55, Bethune-Cookman 43. The Dawn Thornton train rolls on as the Bulldogs win in Daytona Beach.
Great game by the both of them.
And that is the end of the careers at home for Kaylin Peters, Shamari Phillips, Tyler Butler, Alexandria Johnson, but a specific shout out to Damani Dorsey.
Oh man, I gotta get a hug with her before she leaves. Great game by them.
Who's been a tremendous servant of this program for the last 4 years as she plays her final game at Moore Gymnasium. Stay tuned. Coming up is the Senior Day ceremony for the men's basketball team. We'll get you caught up on some of the ending stats from this game. Jada Belton had 18 points on 8 of 9 shooting, 9 rebounds. Palmer had 11, Beal had 10, Walker 6, Wimberly 4, Beck 3, 0 for 7 from the floor for Kariah Beck.
Yes.
2 for McIntosh, 1 for Griffin. For Bethune-Cookman, Alexandria Johnson had 8, Damani Dorsey, Madison Holdman, Maya Johnson had 6, Tyler Butler, Sinai Tyler, Kaylin Peters, and Shamari Phillips had 4, Jordan Brooks had just 1. Alabama A&M out-rebounded the Wildcats 37-31 and 17-10 on the offensive glass. Second chance points 15-9 in favor of the Bulldogs. Bethune-Cookman turned the ball over 21 times, resulting in 27 points off turnovers for Alabama A&M.
I think those turnovers would have really gave us the extra push we needed to make this game a little bit longer.
Alabama A&M turned the ball over only 14 times, 11 points off turnovers for the Wildcats. Wildcats had 4 blocks, the Bulldogs had 2. Fast break points favored the Bulldogs 16-8. 10 steals to 7 in favor of Alabama A&M. Points in the paint 32-18 in favor of the Bulldogs. Final shooting splits look like this. Alabama A&M shot 32%. They were 0 of 13 from 3 and 80% from the free throw line. Bethune-Cookman 31%, 3 of 13 for 3, 70%, 14 of 20 from the free throw line. As we now send it down to the court for the senior day ceremony for Bethune-Cookman men's basketball.
Members of the men's basketball team who are representing the Wildcats for the final time this season. Bethune-Cookman is privileged to have 7 seniors who will finish their Wildcat careers this season. Each has contributed to the history and tradition of Wildcats during their time at BCU. We would like to honor their hard work and dedication at this time. Number 13, Dr. Bradley. A guard and forward from Los Angeles, California, Dr. Bradley joined the Wildcats this season after 4 other stops during his college career. Overall, Dr. has collected 658 points, 328 rebounds, 123 assists, 86 steals. On January 21st against Jackson State, he recorded a double-double with a season-high 22 points to go along with 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. Doctor is joined today by his mother, Jackie, his niece, Naara, his nephew, Timothy. He's pursuing his master's in organizational leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, number 13, Dr. Bradley. Number 11, Jordan Johnson. A guard out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Jordan Johnson joined the Maroon and Gold this season after 2 years at Southern. He's tallied 87 points, 25 rebounds, 9 assists, and 5 steals for BCU. His most impressive performance came on December 22nd in Arizona, where he scored a season-high 18 points on 4 three-pointers made. Jordan is joined today by his sister, Jada, his aunt, Shantae, his cousins, Arnessa, Naya, and Kayla. He's majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 11, Jordan Johnson. Number 25, Tyler Andrews. A guard from Los Angeles, California, Tyler Andrews joined the Wildcats this season after stops at Eastern Kentucky and UMKC. During his BCU career, Tyler has recorded 123 points, 43 rebounds, and 12 assists. He leads the Wildcats in three-pointers made with 32. Tyler's best performance came on January 3rd against Florida A&M when he scored a season-high 20 points and grabbed 7 rebounds. Tyler is joined today by his mother, Amara, his father, Khalil. He's majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 25, Tyler Andrews. Number 4, Ariel Bland. A forward from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Ariel Bland joined the Wildcats this season after 4 years at UC Santa Barbara. He has scored 80 points, 102 rebounds, 23 assists with BCU. He also leads the team with 33 blocks, tallying a season-high 4 on November 11th against Coastal Georgia. He's coming off a 10-point, 13-rebound performance win over Alabama State. His first double-double of the season. Ariel is joined today by his mother, Frances. He's pursuing his master's in organizational leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Ariel Bland. Number 0, Jacoby Hetty. A guard out of Chicago, Illinois. Jacoby Hetty rejoined the Wildcats this season after spending a year at Central Michigan. He has 55 appearances during his 2 stints with the Wildcats, collecting 897 points, 260 rebounds, and 78 assists. This season, he is the Wildcats' leading scorer, having recorded 9 20-plus point islands, including a season-high 30 points on February 7th, with a victory over Prairie View A&M. Jacoby is joined today by his mother, Janice, his father, Lawrence, and his brother, Quentin.
He's majoring in interdisciplinary study. Ladies and gentlemen, number 0, Jacoby Eddie. Number 23, Daniel Ruzan, a forward from Las Vegas, Nevada. Daniel Ruzan joined the Wildcats in 2024 after stops in Manhattan and Weber State. With BCU, he's accumulated 611 points, 276 rebounds, 51 assists, 41 blocks. Recently, Daniel scored 25 points against Jackson State, his highest career output as a Wildcat. In 2024, he scored 24 points in a win over Texas Southern. Daniel is joined today by his father, Jamal, his mother, Tamara, his sister, Maya, and several of his cousins. He's majoring in business administration. Ladies and gentlemen, number 23, Daniel Ruzan. Number 3, Seneca Willoughby, a guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Seneca Willoughby joined the Wildcats in 2023 after spending his freshman season at community college. He's made 89 appearances over 3 seasons with BCU, managing 378 points, 199 rebounds, and 202 assists, along with 82 steals. In 2025, Seneca recorded a career-high 12 assists against Alabama A&M, tying him for 5th most assists in a single game in BCU history. Seneca is joined today by his mother, Tanika, his stepdad, Wendell, his cousin, Peyton, his stepsister, Amaya, and his brothers, Xavier and Quasil. He's majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Seneca Willoughby. We want to take this time again to recognize these outstanding seniors and all their contributions to Bethune-Cookman University. We appreciate all you have done and everything you have meant to your teammates, your classmates, your friends, and your family, and this university. You will forever be a part of the Wildcat family. Thank you and congratulations, and hail Wildcat!